What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Triv2323. This is the prequel and the ending at the same time of my little, I guess they call it urban homesteading. I mean, I still go to work. I'm not full-time gardener or anything like that, but I do like plants. I finally got this swept off. I do want to get a little hose with a spigot right here for I don't have to have. I got two hoses, one for the front and one for the side. I'll show you why. But I do have my parsley and my onions, my buncheon onions coming up. My parsley, my buncheon onions, baby spinach. Those are my begonias. My begonias are my go-to for my color in front of the house. But we got Swiss chard romaine lettuce. Look at that pot. My wife loves that pot. Now I just started it. It's late in the season, August 1st. 30 to 45 days for these to propagate, but I want them to propagate out here and I'll take them inside. These are the oreganos and the basil. This I call my diesel. That's diesel. That's my plant for it comes outside in the summertime. It is so big. If anybody wants a baby, they can have a baby of it. I gotta prune it still, but it's an air cleaner. It cleans the air inside the house, and that's why I love it. Okay, coming around the front, I finished it. I would always put in-ground plants every year. This is kind of a set it and forget it, where all I got to do is the pots now. The pots, those are geraniums. As you see, I got to clean the geraniums because this is not a geranium. And all these, so I got to clean. I do got to come in here and clean this out. But this is not what I'm talking to you about today. So let me clean that out right now. Alrighty, there you go. All right. Those are lilies, hosta. What is this thing? Shasta daisy. Another begonia I had down there. And there's a mum in the back. Those are almost atrocious to kill. Shouts out for Liz Mom Rosado painted that for us. Okay, so here's my gardening part. This is all hostas now. And I tell you, and all the time in my channels, I love hostas because they attract the bees, and I love bees because we need them in this world. No chemicals at all over here. No chemicals at all organic. So all these hostas right here, there's with the bees, when you treat your plants with all the bug sprays and all that, when the bees go in there, you kill the bees off. So that's why. And hostas are edible. I bet you didn't know that. Aha. Okay, so there's the other side of the pot. My wife absolutely loves that pot. I want to go get her some more. This right here is celery. That's gonna be sage. This right here I got ready. That's peat soil, peat moss, and soil, because I got a blueberry bush coming for that. Another hosta. There's jalapeno peppers. Look at all those jalapeno peppers. All those jalapeno peppers. Guess what? I don't eat jalapeno peppers, but I grow peppers for salsa. All right, so that is gonna be I actually got that for the color. That's Tabasco pepper. This is gonna be a roseberry, roseberry, red berry, roseberry, some kind of berry coming in right here. Now all my tomato plants are in cinder blocks. I do not like weeding. I tried the bucket planting with the tomato plants, and I really didn't like it. You got your bucket, you drill a hole in the bottom, so if there's any more too much moisture, it drips out. I did not like it. I swear by the cinder block tomato plants. Now I stopped gardening years ago. It's I don't got time for that. Well, with things changing in the world, and you see hard to get products from overseas and all that, I started gardening again. So I got early boy tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and cherry tomatoes, and I got cucumbers, and I'm propagating. Look at that big cucumber right there. Can you see a cucumber? That cucumber down there. I'm actually getting rid of this air conditioner. It was covered up, the plastic cover, but the cucumber grew over it, and there's cucumbers growing right in here. Kind of big ones already growing in here also. There it is right there. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that air conditioner, get that window back available, and stay tuned for that because it might be geothermal going through there. All right, so this is gonna be another blueberry bush. And I'm propagating this right here. This is a 55-gallon cut in half. 4 bushels, 4 cubic feet of soil is in there, and that's asparagus. Now I know it's late in the season for asparagus. I know this. I'm just trying to start the crop here, and then we're gonna put a greenhouse over this, and we're gonna put a greenhouse over the bushes at the end of the season. Okay, now over here we have the cherry tomatoes. My wife picked a whole bunch of them already, but there's, you see all the cherry tomatoes we have. Look at that. Oh man, they look amazing. Look at how that is good. Okay, but if you live in the city, you gotta monitor where you get the sunlight at, because only the back part of this gets morning sun. The rest of it is shade. This side of the house, you see, gets full sun. I actually want to put my solar panels up here on the side of the house, not on the top, on the side. I only got 4 of them, 48 volts. But I gotta do my backyard now, so excuse my backyard. But majority of the sun along the fence, majority of the sun over there. Now here's the thing, if this house had a dormer, I wouldn't get all that sun. I used to get full sun over here. With the fence, we no longer get the full sun over here, so we get full sun there. But this is going to be extended, or we're going to get a bigger garage this way. We don't know what's going on with that yet, so I didn't want to get that propagated too much and fill in over here yet, so I filled in over here. So for us, our whole goal is to have everything on the north side of our house edible. Okay, now getting back to these hostas over here, it's pretty crazy. You know how the hostas get the shoots, and then the shoots come up like this. I didn't cut this one yet. The shoots come up, and this is where the flowers are at. Well, when those shoots come up in the springtime, they're edible, and they say they taste like asparagus. Don't quote me 110%, Google it yourself. Now when you get the baby leaves for the hostas, they're edible. Virtually the whole plant is edible. Other countries have been doing it for centuries. So this right here is my go-to urban gardening. This right here is my go-to zombie apocalypse. All right, here's the rest of the video.